It's October the 14th, and if my son ever gets in the truck, we're gonna go fill the drill up with wheat. Everything's nice and wet from the dew. He's been to John Deere, picked up the pressure gauge. It started leaking last night, so maybe we'll get it changed. Get started going. Get a pretty early start, hopefully. Don't knock it out of the drill. That's one little feature I like about this seed tender. It's got that solid steel gate up there. You ain't got to worry about no tarp. Climb up this ladder, see how much weight we got left in there. We got a little more in there than I thought we did. So I just pulled up here at the fuel barrel. I'm putting some fuel in. Still got a half a tank, but I'm fixing to change forms. And I pulled in here at the shop to fill up because the pump at the shop's a lot faster. I plan on running pretty late tonight if I can. I may go home, take a nap, let Robert run it for a little while this afternoon, and I'll come back and run the night shift. Got 90 acres left to drill. 90 acres on this side of town to drill. I just finished a 45 acre farm. I got 130 acres total left to drill, and I hope I'm done by the end of tomorrow. I'm gonna try my best to get that 90 planted today, and then all we'll have to do is finish that 40 up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I had to unplug my GPS. It wanted to act a fool. It does that every now and then. May still be acting a fool, I don't know. That damn thing never messes up except for when you need it. Just filled the drill up, so I'm gonna reset all my acre counters. Starting a new farm, so I'm gonna reset acre counter number 2. Acre counter number 3, that's my total acres. I don't want to reset it. That's how I keep up with how many acres of wheat I've drilled total. See, come on, you dumb yada yada yada. One thing I love about this radio that I put in this tractor is this right here.
Senator, I just referenced the 14th and 15th Amendments, the same one that you just repeated back to me, that do prohibit discrimination on the basis of race in voting.
What asked if President Trump can pardon
It's nice. Just sit back here and you ain't gotta reach up there and do that all the time. Why we were putting wheat in the bottom. For y'all that don't know much about wheat, you normally try to put wheat on like a hill or a well-drained area. It don't really, you know, during the winter months you get lots of rainfall, so you don't need to put it somewhere that is naturally wet. Well, this started about 2 springs ago. We was trying to get corn planted on this creek bottom down here. And this old ground, it wasn't nothing but just soured mud. We borrowed a turbo tail and run over it. Thought he'd get some air, and all it did was just make little slices in the ground. But old ground was just tight, and then we run the dew all over it, and it was dry on top, but it's just old blue mud up underneath there. This old blue mud up underneath it. And we planted it, and it stayed wet all spring. And long story short, this corn, it ought to be making 200 plus down there through there. Well, we got a skippy stand, but that corn that should have been making 200 plus wasn't making about 135. And I told Robert, I said, we are fixing to do something different. I said, we've got to do something that will get some air in that ground. I said, that ground has absolutely no tilt to it, no soil structure, so didn't have any pore space to get any air down in it. So that fall we come down there, you know, we worked it up that spring, got it in good shape, planted the corn. That fall I come down here and no-till wheat. And we took that wheat crop to harvest, and it wasn't the best wheat, but it really surprised me on how well it done. But you know, you can see a lot of this field is hill, but there is quite a bit of bottom ground in it. But the real benefits showed up this spring. That ground, we've got a 6-row scratcher duo. And the ground was just a tad bit tacky. But we took that 6-row scratcher duo and broke the top open. Just ran it one time, and let me tell you, it planted like an absolute dream. And then we got it planted, and it come that 2-inch rain, rained us out. I told Robert, I said, that corn will never come up. I said, that ground will sour, and we'll be back down here replanting. But lo and behold, it did not sour. It come up, and we made the best daggum corn we've ever made down here. Now, I ain't gonna say it'll happen again, but it worked well darn enough that I'm down here putting weight on it again. So this is a very odd shaped field. You got these long sweeping terraces, and you got rows that run with them, and then you got them rows. I plant them like that to help carry the water. Them rows carry the water down to the end of the field. And plus it keeps them rows, if you run them this way, they get super short in here. But we're about to get all of the odd shaped rows done and get into the long nice rows. I always keep a spare due for such occasions. Oh. In here in the snack box too. That right there is a thing of beauty. In case I ain't mentioned it, I love that truck. I don't know where we would be without it. It has saved our butt more than one time. It keeps us from having to run back and forth to the shop to get tools all the time. It is basically a mobile shop on wheels. Alright, where's my cell phone charger? My little boy, we bought us a camper back the later part of the summer. Me and my wife and little girl and little boy, we really enjoy going camping. And we've been telling ghost stories by the campfire. And we told them a story about an evil king. And my sister told them a story about swamp monster. And my wife told them a story about a marshmallow king. Where she come up with marshmallow king, I'll never know. You just gotta know my wife. But anyways, every time we're out here in the dark working late in the field and he's with me, he's gotta ask me, he said, Daddy, we need to, he calls himself Corn Dog, so that ought to tell you something about his personality. But he says, Daddy, is Marshmallow King gonna get me? No, I do not think the Marshmallow King is gonna get you. And he's like, well, if it's dark, the Marshmallow King will get us. Then I tell him, no, he won't, because I kick his butt. But that's just a few of the things. You get locked up in a cab with a 4-year-old for 8 hours, you just think you've been asked some silly questions. I'm still thinking about recording a CD and call it Sounds of the Tractor by Dylan. And it's gonna be a whole video of just classic 40 series John Deere engine sounds. We're gonna have one track's gonna be called Cold Start, where it starts up, goes wop 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 wop, and then we're gonna have we'll have a track, we'll call it Drilling Wheat, and we'll have another track, we'll call it we need to hook a ripper behind it and let it really talk, let it really bellow. But it's 9 o'clock. I drunk a big old Diet Mountain Dew before I got over here. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I'm ready to get on that tractor and sow some wheat. I'm ready to get after it. Like a cheetah on cocaine. Working on the night shift, baby. Something with your love like crazy. Putting in the overtime hours on the night shift, baby. They'll be YouTube will be suing me for copyright. They'll give me a copyright strike for covering old John Party's night shift. I guess it's John Party. I took a little hiatus from country music. It got pretty bad there for a while. There was about 5 years there I didn't listen to it. I couldn't listen to it. It's just I ain't into bro country, and I ain't into rapping country stars. If I want to hear rap, I'll listen to an actual rapper. I'll have to tell y'all a story about when me and my wife went to the Saxton Rodeo. We went to the Saxton JC Boot Hill Rodeo in Saxton, Missouri to hear Nelly. Ain't nothing like a bunch of drunk rednecks listening to Nelly at a rodeo. That's the beatingest thing. That should tell you how weird 2020 is right there, is Nelly singing at a rodeo. You ready for a break? I guess. Thank you, Mr. Bandit. Have a smooth ride. I am a silver-tongued devil. Are you done here?
Yeah. Curve road.
You done the curve road? Oh. Alright. 50 acres. Can it be done?
Depends on how late you want to work.
They say it can't be done.
Well, that's the whole point of it.
That's reason enough for me and Fred. We gone. I'll be 10-10 on the side. That song I was thinking about, it's called it's Town Mountain. It sings I'm on Fire by Bruce Springsteen with a bluegrass beat. I would play it for you, but due to copyright licenses and YouTube, I will not. Alright, time to change fields. I gotta stop up here and get my Mountain Dew. I almost forgot my Mountain Dew. You can't never have too many Mountain Dews. Hand me my Dew. I gotta have my Dew. No, leave the popcorn. I don't need the popcorn.
You want your birthday cake crunchy munch?
I don't. I'm already jacked up on Mountain Dew. I don't need no Crunchy Munch. I might take a puff on the inhaler here in a minute. I'll be really jacked up.
Oh yeah.
It's almost 2 in the morning. Still drilling late. Wind's little breeze been blowing, so we ain't got no view on the corn stalks. They're still cutting good. Disc openers are cutting through them. Drilled 8.6 acres out of that last drill load so far. I'm finally getting to do on this field what I've been wanting to do ever since I've started working it in one form or the other or another, whether it was for somebody else or for myself. Down here in the direction I'm headed was a big ditch, and it was essentially this was it was all one big field, but you had to work it like 3 little fields. Come on, folks. Anyways, you had this section that I'm in, and then there was a ditch that run crossways of the field like this, and then you had the lower section, and then you had the upper section that the tires separated. Now it's still a little rough, but what I'm crossing right here used to be a ditch. And if you watched our dirt work videos, you can see the terraces that we finished up this fall. We started them in the spring. Didn't really know how big to build them. And then we got some come on in focus. We got some crazy rain events that we don't normally get. They had really tested them out. So we went back and with the dirt pans and we built them up some more. Hopefully we will not have any more rain events like that again. Fixing across the PTO ditch, you better slow down. It's rough. Well, she's beeping at me. It means we're low on seed. Head up here to the seed trailer. I was gonna rake some seed around and plant out to the end, but the drill planted out so evenly, ain't really enough wheat seed to do that with. So I'm just gonna dead head out, go up here, fill up with seed. And that last pass there, I'll go back up it and reseed it to make sure we get a good stand. So let's go fill the drill up. See the seed turner yet. I got my light set out to the side for my planter where I can see my markers, but it's doing fine on the drill unless you just want to see right behind you. Believe I'll do it. Let's give us a little light where I can see. Make it daytime. fill up. I'm not completely empty yet, but I'm fixing to go on fill up before I go up there to the back of the field. I like approximately 12 acres having this finished up. It's gonna be a little after 4, probably be about 4:30. Hell, it may be later than that, I don't know. Some may be coming up by the time I get done. Well, the seed trailer's empty. Drill's about 3/4 full. That's the way it's supposed to be. Looks like the seed working out. Running out about right according to how I've been figuring it. And go on, let this auger down where when so that when I get ready to leave, I ain't got to do that. It'll be already be done. I don't know how all these boys on YouTube film themselves doing all that stuff one-handed. I don't guess I got lots of practice. You can tell on my map from this moment on the roads are gonna get shorter, so this should start going a lot faster. Should be somewhere showing 39.3 acres, should be somewhere between 48 and 50. So I should like about 10 acres. It says I'm planting 8 acres an hour. I'm gonna try to push it on up when I get to some little smoother ground.